Greetings. Hey, it's Susie Q, Quantum Healing Hypnosis Technique practitioner, level 2, up here in City Scottsdale. I also do the work of the Akashic Records, psychic readings, integration of near death experiencers, and also the walk ins and all kinds of other stuff. So we're focusing on today the QHHT, focusing on it's like so funny, like people like, I said, just, hey, just give me some questions and whatever you want to say, with the questions or write it down. But when we're looking at the questions, it's like super freaking fun. People come in. I had one person that had like maybe 10 pages. It was all typed up, and I was like, I can't process that. It's like so much information. But if you have the individual questions, it's pretty powerful. The first time I had my own session, I was doing sessions with QHHT before I ever had my own session, and then I didn't know what I was supposed to do. So that was a process for me to just go like, okay, so what am I really working with? And I think my main focus was my body, and this may be something different for you, but when we're looking at the energies with the questions that we have, I did a diagram of it's so funny. I did a diagram of the body, and then I just started remembering some of the events I had in my body, how what happened and how it healed, and it was gone. And then sometimes we still have scars from things, like that. But I was really working with my own sense of consciousness related to my body. Now, certainly, I have I've got kids and grandkids, and we talked about my family, but I think more of it was really about my body. And so that was pretty interesting. So that diagram, I noticed that on the left side of my body that's like past lives, and the right side is present life. And I started noticing some of these tendencies where a lot of my boo-boos were on the left side of my body, and I never even really thought about it. But these were some of the stories of my life, of my body, of my life, my body. And so after we did that, we got a little bit more guidance, a little bit more awareness, and then I had some more solutions for with health and healing. I don't know that I had a real problem or anything. I just wanted to, kind of jump into what we call body scans. And so when we're looking at questions, you can ask any question, and we'll see through the subconscious or possibly through a past life or future life or concurrent running timelines as above, so below. You may be getting you might get some of your questions answered through the QHHT sessions. People ask, what do I need to ask? Well, you might ask questions about your family of origin. You might ask about your kids or your friends, your relationships, what about your experiences with abundance or creativity, or what else do you need to know, or what else, I think the biggest questions that I really get with the QHHT, with the questioning, the questions that they bring, is that it's kind of like the big questions are you ready? Da, 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 da. What is my life purpose? What is my life purpose? What is my life purpose? And the next big question is, dun, da, 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 what are my lessons in this world? So really, when I look at some of the questions, it's really unique and fun to hear the stories and the questions that come through. But we work with all the questions. We work with all of the questions. And even when I had my first session, I had already been doing sessions with other people. I thought I need to like figure out like what does it feel like to be in the session instead of me being, just the practitioner. So all of these energies are really profound. And what I found for my own selves through the questions that I had, my questions were kind of like a diagram. I was like, I don't know if there were a bunch of there were some wet questions for sure. But basically that body scan was real important. But when we look at, for myself, I realized through my first session, I've had several sessions with different practitioners. And it's kind of fun to see if is she going to go in hypnosis? Is she somnambulistic? Or is she snoring? I don't know. But when we're working with the questions with a divine purpose, I always when I after I had my first session, I thought, well, I guess my divine purpose is everything I've done since I've been on this planet. If so, from it started from like a little kid. So you could say I was like super creative, kind of artsy fartsy. Anyway, and then with the divine lessons is lessons come and go. Some of them are short, some of them are long. And so I've had some long lessons. but it's better now. Anyway, so you can ask any question. Yeah, asking questions is the greatest compliment to a practitioner and also for the person who is asking these questions, because these questions could possibly be answered through the subconscious mind, and you might also get some answers from that first hour of the hypnosis piece and see if we get some more answers from some of the past lives, future lives, or concurrent running timelines. All of these things are really showing up, especially if a person talks in the interview, then things will start showing up because now they've talked about it. Now they've got something, something is conspiring within their self. So all these energies are powerful, and so we're going to move to another part of the QHHT event here in just a bit. See you soon, and namaste.